Hello, internet dwellers. I have been wanting to do a follow-up to my Hitori Kakurenbo video for a long time. If you have not seen that first video, well, I tried playing the game previously, years ago. Yeah, I got a lot of really good feedback for that video, and, sometime afterwards, the feedback started getting more and more negative. Some of the more constructive criticisms, I guess, were that I didn't do it correctly, that I didn't turn off all the lights, that I didn't stab the stuffed animal all the way through, stuff like that. So, of course, I thought, cool, I'll do a follow-up, try to fix those mistakes. But then the years just went on by, and then they went on by, and then they went on by. And, yeah, I'm barely doing it now. So this is basically going to go down the same way as my first video. If you've already seen it, then you kind of already know what to expect. Although, this time around, I don't know, I thought, obviously I'm going to try to do it correctly this time, but also, it's kind of a weird thing, because it's a weird balance of course I want to show, everything, but it's also kind of like, well, if I'm just sitting there, it's not very entertaining, probably. Although, I do thank those of you who watched my first video in its entirety, because it was a bit long. But I downloaded some, ghost radar apps, and, let's be real. A ghost app on a phone, it has to be BS, right? There's no technology on this thing that will capture, a voice or whatever, or... Yeah, so anyway, I kind of just downloaded them for fun. Whether that's gonna be enjoyable for you or not, I don't know, but I figured also I needed to entertain myself while I was in there, hiding. So that's another reason why I did it. I do, of course, want to list the things that were necessary to play the game. Of course, the stuffed animal that has both arms and legs. It's a little, purple bear. I just named him Cuddles, because that's what this person named theirs. Rice, of course. Fingernail clippings. I actually had almost forgotten to put fingernail clippings in him, but I had to, slit his head open to put them in, because I had already sewn up his torso. A knife, shard of glass, or some sharp instrument. Now, in my first video, I used an X-Acto knife, and some people were saying that it had to be a knife. I don't find anywhere that says that it has to be a knife, but I went ahead and used a knife this time. I think the main thing, though, was that I had to stab it all the way through, which honestly was not in the instructions, but I went ahead and did that as well. A needle with a long piece of red thread, of course that's used to sew up the little critter. A cup of salt water or Japanese sake. Last time I used sake, somebody also did say that it had to be salt water. Sake was probably the better choice, but I went ahead and did the salt water this time. And then you'll also need to draw a bath. Now, I had found various articles, I guess you could call them, that stated that it doesn't have to be in a bathtub. It could be any, it could be a bucket of water, it could be a sink. Last time I used a sink, this time I went ahead and used a bathtub. Anyway, this is how things went down the second time around. Okay. For the first game, Frank is going to be it. For the first game, Frank is going to be it. For the first game, Frank is going to be it. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I found Cuddles.
Okay, no cuddles is it. No cuddles is it. No cuddles is it. I swear I'm gonna end up dropping that damn water. Oops. Greece.
Japanese.
Oh, that's... Huh. That's actually a little creepy.
Blue.
That was weird, actually. Japanese.
Announced. Column.
That's a prop.
Actual. Right. Behavior. Nice. Ghost signal acquired.
I guess that, I don't know how I unlock it. Probably another ad.
Signal lost. Ghost signal acquired. Signal lost. Ghost signal acquired.
I totally can't turn that way.
Signal lost. Signal lost. Ghost signal acquired.
turn the... There we go. Huh, I can't hear it. Oh.
I win, I win, I win.
Alright, so as you saw, that first word that popped up on that app was Japanese. I was like, is this real? Like, yeah, that one was crazy. There was another one that was like lose or something, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. That was really interesting. I wonder how the app selects the words. There's actually a lot of, well, I don't want to say like good reviews, right? Because they're speaking highly of the app, but they're, I guess, like talking about their experiences and how terrified they were. So it has a lot of actually reviews like that. Of course, sometimes companies will pay people to, give good reviews. I don't know if that's the case because it had a lot, but who knows? I mean, the first word that popped up was Japanese, and we're playing a haunted Japanese game, so that was interesting. Yeah, am I disappointed? I mean, a little bit. Obviously, it's not disappointing when you don't get murdered by a ghost, but yeah, I don't know. maybe not so much disappointed. It's always exciting in a sort of morbid way when stuff like this works, you know? You see TV shows like Paranormal State and stuff like that where shit goes down, and yeah, in a sick way, like it's entertaining. There are so many videos and like on YouTube of people playing the game, and most of them are fake. There's one that got really popular that I think I mentioned in my first video that super fake. They did the whole like voices happening and it's just like a masked person. I don't know, like it was very obviously fake, but a lot of people kind of fell for it. There are a lot of stories written out through blog, you know, a lot of scary stories through blog. Of course, you want to believe these stories. Like I said, you want to believe them. But I don't know, you know, I definitely don't want to list anything as a fact. I think this stuff is really interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I have to wonder, like, maybe there's nothing in this house, you know? I wonder if my experience would differ if I were to play the game at, like, I don't know, like an abandoned place or something, right? Somewhere that has, like, alleged paranormal activity. But then that, like, brings the question to, like, if it's abandoned and, like, haunted or whatever, is it gonna have running water? Like, probably not. I don't know how I would go about that. Extra effort. It'd be a little bit more difficult. So there you have it. I mean, I guess I would be open to trying it again. Maybe one more time. I feel like not anytime soon, because I'm pretty, like, in my head right now, I'm pretty set in stone that, like, you know what, it's just a game, it's for fun, it's not as serious as the internet tells you to. But again, I don't want to, like, discredit all the stories that are online also. It's kind of a weird thing, like, I'm stuck in this, like, midpoint of, like, don't believe it, yes, believe it. But that was my experience. So if you have any stories, or if you've played the game, or if you have any other, like, paranormal related stories, please let me know what they are. I would love to talk about them. But yeah, man. Until next time, sweet screams, everyone.